it's Nancy with Nancy's Nibbles of Life. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to bring you another video. And today's video is a shopping haul, or I'm going to call it a mini shopping haul from Aldi. And I also want to share with you some of my favorite September products and then some of my not so favorite September products. So if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please consider staying around and subscribing to the channel. Just hit that subscribe button below. I'm trying to grow the channel, and hey, I would really appreciate your support. We are a crew of Weight Watchers and always looking for good content to help us on our journey. So why don't you join in with the crew? And if you're coming back to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Your presence here is really appreciated, so thank you so much. And let's get into today's video. So again, I have a quick little mini haul from Aldi. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about is the hamburger buns. So these are the Le Oven Fresh hamburger buns from Aldi, and I'm so excited because these buns are 3 points a piece. Now, I have been on the hunt for a lower point bun and actually went to Walmart and bought some Smart buns about, I don't know, a couple of months ago, maybe even 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago. And guess what? I really enjoyed that Smart bun. In fact, it's on my favorites list for September. I enjoyed that Smart bun so much, and the fact that it was only 1 point, you can't beat it. But I believe that that box was $12 for, I think, 6 buns. So a couple of bucks a bun, I think a little out of my price range to continually buy on a regular basis. And plus the Walmart's not really close to me. So I have found what I think is an alternative. Again, a 3-point bun from the Le Oven brand there at Aldi. So I'm so excited about that. I bought 2. So I'm going to freeze one and keep one in the fridge for burger night. All right, the next thing that I picked up here is some pumpkin. So I read on a couple of blogs that people were saying that pumpkin was so hard to find right now that I guess at the beginning of the pumpkin spice season, it was kind of everywhere. But it looks like maybe some of the production has dwindled. But not at Aldi, my local Aldi, 100% pure pumpkin, 0 points on Weight Watchers. So I'm looking forward to using this. I got 2 cans, and I also picked up some at Trader Joe's a couple of weeks ago, so I'm gonna be good for the season. But I'm gonna use it with something else I picked up at Aldi, which is this banana quick bread. And the calories on this quick bread were so good. Per serving only 100 calories. So this bread mix with pumpkin should, be really good points wise for a sweet treat. So I don't have them calculated now, but I'm interested in finding out what that is going to be. So I'm going to mix those 2 ingredients together and bake me a quick banana bread for the season. Okay, another thing that I found, this is another Aldi brand, Friendly Farms, and this is just sour cream, light sour cream. I actually prefer the fat-free sour cream because it's lower points. I didn't see any, so I went with the 2 tablespoons for 2 points light sour cream over at Aldi using their brand. I also picked up some frozen butternut squash. This is their organic Simply Nature brand. So amazing that you could get organic produce at Aldi that's frozen for a great price. The price on this frozen vegetable was $1.79. So $1.79 for butternut squash. That's not bad for organic produce. And you know what I've been doing is just spraying my frozen butternut squash with some cooking spray, seasoning it a bit with whatever you like, salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and I put it in the air fryer for maybe 12 minutes on the 400, the highest temperature setting, because it gets a little caramelized. And it's so good. I mean, to me, it's almost like a hash, like almost hash brown, like almost. It's really good. And so at 0 points, you can't beat that for a great side. So I've been stocking my freezer with cut frozen butternut squash when I find it. And the fact that this is non-GMO and organic is awesome for $1.79. Okay, moving on, I got some organic romaine lettuce. We had some tacos yesterday. We used a little bit of this, hearts of romaine. And the hearts of romaine was a really good price, again, at $2.77 for 3. So you can't beat that. There's 3 individuals inside of here. We got some low moisture cheese, some mozzarella. 3 points for 1/4 of a cup. So you might be able to find something a little better out there. I know the fat-frees are out there, fat-free cheeses. I can't really find them in my area, so I have to go with the skim or the part skim. So 3 points for 1/4 a cup of this. Simply Nature, non-GMO, organic. So that's really great. And this shredded cheese was $2.49 over at Aldi. All right, moving on to my next item. I picked up some whip topping. Unfortunately, Aldi is one of these places where you can't find like popular, you know, the fat-free whip topping that we all love. You can't find it there for 0 points. But they did have a whip topping. It was $2.89, and it's 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. So I'll do the points on that and just make sure that I really stick to what that is. And I would venture to say it's probably a point for a squirt of that whip topping over at Aldi. So next time I'm at my bigger grocery store, I'll pick up the fat-free. But didn't see that today. Now, something that I was really excited to see there over at Aldi, but when I calculated the points, I wasn't so excited about it anymore. But it's the Pumpkin Spice Friendly Farms brand almond milk creamer. So this is 2 points for 1 tablespoon. So that's pretty high in points if you ask me, for a tablespoon. So I will keep it and use it, and just, you know, I will really measure it out, because 1 tablespoon for 2 points, okay, I can do that, but 2, I don't know. That's cutting into my day a little bit. I only get 23 points a day on the blue plan. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. If you pick that up, be aware of it. 2 points for a tablespoon. Okay, what else did I get over at Aldi? I got some toasted sesame oil. I love to cook Asian dishes, and sesame oil is always a critical component, so I picked up some of that. And just like any oils, I would venture to say 1 tablespoon is 3 or 4 points. So you got to be careful with your oils, as we know in Weight Watchers. All right, there were some eggs there over at Aldi, the Hickman's brand eggs, and these were $1.39 a dozen. So you can't beat $1.39 a dozen for eggs over at Aldi. And I picked up 2 of those because they were so good. Because that was such a good deal, I should say. We all know eggs are good. And then, let's see, I got some sweet corn. These corn were $3.85. And I have to tell you, I broke into them last night and had a couple of pieces. But $3.85 for fresh corn, and it was really yummy. So as long as it's fresh, I don't mind paying. All right, so I got a sweet little treat for my husband. I didn't calculate the points on this because I wouldn't dare, but it's cheesecake. So some frozen cheesecake. It's getting some of my ingredients here are getting some condensation on them. They've been out of the fridge a little bit, but these cheesecakes are mini. Per 2 slices, 570 calories and 33 grams of fat. So this is all you, baby. I don't want anything to do with this. But I thought I would pick that up for him. He loves cheesecake, and this twin pack was only $1.99. You can't beat $1.99 cheesecake. Okay, guys, so that is my little mini haul from Aldi. Again, I'm so excited for things like those hamburger buns for 3 points, and also the pumpkin that I was able to find, and looking forward to making that banana nut bread. So let's move on to the second part of my video today, which has to do with my faves from September, and then my, I want to say saves, like save it for your mama for September, because I did not like them. Now, do you guys remember saying that? I don't know, maybe I'm showing my age. Save it for your mama, or save it. Save it. So anyway, let's move on to my faves and saves for September. Okay guys, before I move on to my favorites, I wanted to just share with you quickly the little newsletter that I grabbed from Aldi's on my way out. It says it's a sneak peek into Aldi finds for next week. You know, they have all your typical Halloween candy and treats that are for sale, just probably everywhere, even at your local grocery store. But one item that caught my eye was this grass-fed ground beef, $85.15 at $4.49 a pound. You can't beat $4.49 for grass-fed beef, and it's so good for you. So I wanted to share that with you here on the sneak peek from Aldi for next week. It starts on the 7th, which today I'm recording this on the 6th. Hopefully I won't get this out too much further past the 7th, and you could hop over there and pick up this grass-fed beef for $4.89. So some really good deals there that you could find. Tri-tip, $3.99 a pound, and also some fresh Norwegian salmon at $8.99 a pound. So just a little sneak peek into next week what's on sale over at Aldi. Okay, now on to my faves for September. Yay! All right, so I want to start off with my first item that I really enjoyed the most, almost a little too much, if you know what I mean. I shopped in September at Trader Joe's. I shopped at Ralph's grocery store, which is the Kroger brand grocery store for where I am. And I also shopped at Winco, which was a new place that I discovered, a new grocery store. And then, of course, Aldi. So Trader Joe's, Aldi, Winco, and Kroger. So all four of those are I used throughout the month of September. So some of these items are from each of those places, but starting off with Trader Joe's, which is where I most frequent, I found this kettle corn popcorn. Oh my God, it is so good. It is 7 points for a cup and a half. So, you know, 1.5 cups is not a whole lot, but for someone like me that could munch on it all night, and it is really hard to stop, I gotta tell you. But if you plan your day accordingly, or if you want to, you know, if it's the weekend and however you're set up to go into your weeklies, this stuff is so good at 7 points. Do yourself a favor and pick some up. I do get into the holiday, you know, pumpkin craziness in October, but not for too many items. So I was really happy to find one that I really liked. Okay, continuing on at Trader Joe's, I also have really been into these graham crackers. I mentioned this on another one of my videos, but you get a whole sheet of graham crackers for 2 points. So to me, this is like something that I would nibble on at night after dinner, you know, like a little midnight treat. While I'm watching TV and kind of just preparing for bed or watching YouTube videos. 2 points for some graham crackers, a really little sweet treat, and not too sweet. So that's really good. You know, I can't do sweet, and the graham cracker fits the bill for 2 points. So check that out. Another one of my favorite Trader Joe's items for September that I found were these garlic naan crackers. Whoa! These little suckers pack a garlic punch. They're so good. And I love hummus. These two are the perfect combination. Dipping some cracker into a hummus, really good. And you know what's funny is that in the tracker, when I ran these, some say 3 points and some say 4, using the same calculation. So I don't know what that is all about, but of course I'm going to track it as 3 points. But 5 crackers for 3 points, and 3 points is not bad. And yeah, it's only for it's only for 5 crackers, but they're good sized crackers. So good little treat there for 3 points, and you can go 10 crackers for 6 points. And I think that's probably average. I mean, you're going to spend that on some chips. And again, these pack a good little punch. So they made it to my faves. All right, another thing from Trader Joe's that made it on my favorites list were these pumpkin waffles. These pumpkin waffles are 3 points a piece, 2 for 6, and just a good little treat, you know. I have some sliced almonds and some sugar-free maple syrup along with some whipped topping. You hook that up and, you know, it's like a restaurant meal. And it's perfect. So for 6 points, you can't beat it. You could dress them up or dress them down using nuts and, you know, your syrup and your cream. So really good stuff there. All right, let's see. One other item from Trader Joe's that made it to my list, and it probably made it to yours too, is the delicata squash. This stuff is yummy, and it's a seasonal item, so people are going crazy, making sure that they don't run out of it. Every time I go, I pick up another one. So 0 points for this yummy squash. And again, I treat it like the butternut squash. I just spray some oil on it, my favorite seasoning, throw it in the air fryer, and I'm done. And it's a great side. So I have been saving points by having whatever lean protein I'm having for dinner, along with some squash, which is 0 points, and another vegetable like a corn for 0 points or whatever, as long as it's 0. And my dinners have been around 6 or 7 points, and it's just lovely because that allows me to eat some more of this kettle corn. So whatever works. All right, so I think that's it for the Trader Joe's items that made it to my faves. Another grocery store, that I didn't name that I go to is Sprouts. There's a Sprouts that's local to me. I love Sprouts. And I discovered this protein. This individual packet of protein is 1 point. And so, you know, I drink the Premier Shakes. I'm sure you do too. I love those. They're 2 points. This is 1. And you could mix this in with whatever fruit juice you like. Of course, you could blend your fruit. The controversy is, you know, do you count points for blending? I'm on the side that doesn't. I think that's kind of silly. There's no additives in there. You're just simply blending fruit. I get it, you know, that it creates sugar. But I think in moderation, it's fine. Also, another little trick I'm going to tell you guys that I added with this protein. It kept me full for hours. It was frozen blackberries, not blueberries. Now, blueberries are a super food. We know it, it's great. But when I mixed this with the blueberries, it did not keep me as full as the blackberries. And it's because those blackberries are packed with little seeds. And whatever little seeds those are fiber filled. Because again, I was full for hours using this. And so I added this to some of those frozen blackberries that I got from, I can't remember where, blended them with a little water and ice. And it was 1 point. And, you know, just again, it kept me full for hours. So you guys should give that a try. And again, I picked that up at Sprouts. Okay, so let's see, moving on let's see, where did I pick this up? Another place I didn't mention, Walmart. I did stop at Walmart maybe really early in September, and I picked up this Thai curry red sauce. This is so good. If you're looking for something like really different for your family for a night where, you know, maybe you introduce them to a new flavor profile, this Thai style red curry sauce with some chicken breasts, over rice. So yummy. 7 points for a half a cup of this sauce. So for us Weight Watchers, you'd probably want to measure out your own half cup and pour it over some sauteed chicken. But it's really good, and so I'd encourage you to give it a try. They also had a green sauce, which I'll probably try next time. Maybe the green sauce is less in points, but 7 points over a 0-point breast, I'll do it. All right, let's see. Now, moving on to Walmart. Not Walmart, Amazon. Another place that I didn't mention. Of course, Amazon is a given, right? Everybody shops at Amazon. So I picked up these popcorners, and so they've made it to my September faves. 4 points for this package. This is the kettle corn. I'm a kettle corn freak. And they also had a white cheddar and a sea salt, but of course, naturally, this was my favorite. So these popcorners are good, and I love anything that's individually wrapped because it helps you with portion control. Okay, so luckily my saves is not as a long list as my faves, and that's always good, right? You want to have more things than you enjoyed that you didn't. So the first item is from Trader Joe's. Can you believe they broke my heart on an item? But it's these, and these were new. The jalapeno corn and rice puffs. These little things taste like bricks. They're spicy bricks. That's what they should be called. They have a definite bite to it, but it's so dry and almost crumbly like. They just were not good. You know, they didn't have the mouthfeel to a nice cheese puff like a Cheetos or a puffy Cheetos. But you know what? It's made from, it says corn, rice, and quinoa and baked to perfection. So perhaps that's it, but I did not enjoy the texture, and I don't like to waste food. So 150 calories and 9 grams for a cup and a half. So I'll probably chug along and eat them, but not my favorite. Another that I did not like from Ritz, the Ritz brand, were these crisp and thin cheddar crackers. It's just something about the texture and something about the way that they're made. They're very, they're light and crispy looking, but the artificial cheese flavor I think is too much to get over. So I really didn't enjoy those. I don't know. You tell me what you think. Comment below and tell me if you've tried those and what your opinion is on them. So like I said, I think the artificial cheese flavor was just a little too much. I couldn't really get over that. Another item that I didn't enjoy this month after purchasing were these kosher dill spears from Winco. I think this jar was $1, which is what lured me into buying them in the first place, but check out this wimpy little pickle. It just, when I bit into the pickle, the skin didn't come off. You almost have to peel the pickle from the skin. It was just too wimpy for me. Go ahead and spend the money on a Vlasic or something with a name so that you get a nice crispy pickle, because it just didn't work for me, even at the price point. I will eat them, of course, but I don't enjoy them as much as I like a crisp pickle. Okay, another saves that made it to the list were these Fiber One cheese bars. And I gotta tell you, not so much for the taste, because they were pretty yummy. But there's 7 points. 7 points for one of these little bars. So you know how this works, right? Here's the packaging. It's the size of my hand. Here's the packaging. But the bar inside starts here. Alright, so from what they want you to think it is to what it actually is something quite different. So 7 points for this little bitty thin bar. Give me a break. Save it for your mama. All right. All right, guys, so that's my video for the day. If you enjoyed the video, why don't you consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't to my channel. I'm Nancy with Nancy's Nibbles of Life, and I bring you content around Weight Watchers. I also bring you some beauty content every now and again. If you haven't seen my Fab Fit Fun box video for the fall, why don't you check that out? And I love to travel, so I do some vlogging at my travel destinations every now and again. But it was so great having you here. This was a lot of fun. Again, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving me a like, and please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about these products. I'd love to get to know whoever it is that's watching the videos. So, all right, there you go. That's my spiel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!